Hey guys, it's redacted. I am femme presenting today because I had an acne breakout, so I was like, oh, I'll put on makeup, and I was like, well, that looks weird, may as well take it to the nines, and here I am. All gothed up and shit, and ready for this reading. So, today I have tiny mailboxes for you to choose from, and I don't know how to get a good angle on this, so I'm just going to hold it up here. If you are new to this type of content and don't really understand what's going on here, basically, inside of each of these little mailboxes is a message from the universe to you. So, you pick a mailbox, not with your eyes, not with what looks good, not with what mailbox you like the colors of the most, but with the one that you feel like your intuition is drawing you to. So you choose the mailbox, and if you choose wrong, you'll know it because the message will not make any sense to you, and you'll be like, this is for me? No, it's not. The human heart actually has neurons on it, so, depending on what type of a psychic you are, you may have a different reaction. I know my sister, she feels a pressure in her third eye, she says, when she knows she's got the right one. Me, I usually like to get a pendulum and ask my spirit guides to guide me to the message that I need to hear. Others of you may be clairaudient, you may hear it, you may just know, you may hear your guides talking to you, or something like that, or you may feel like an ancestor has guided you toward it. In the future, I'm going to make a video explaining how exactly to choose, so that way I don't have to intro every video like this. But for now, if you accidentally pick the wrong one, it's okay, it's not a big deal. You just go to your backup option. Usually it's the one that you first think, yep, that's it. So don't doubt your intuition, It's like, think of like a multiple choice test. The one your gut instinct wants you to pick, that's usually the right one. Think of this as a multiple choice test for now. And in the future, I will give you a more detailed explanation on how to pick the right option in a pick a card reading. For now, I guess, let's just get started. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, meaning like, I don't know how many people are actually going to watch this video, but up to like thousands of people. So it is going to be not like a precise message just to you, but it will be, but if you feel like the message doesn't make sense at all, you probably just picked the wrong box, no big deal. This is box 1, this is box 2, this is box 3, and this is box 4. And I'll just hold this up for a bit so you can choose. Alright, let's get started with box 1. Alright, if you chose box 1, this is your reading. Let's check your mail. You listen carefully. We have a melody in here. We also have this blue origami peacock. Shout out to my baby sister. She made me this for pick a card readings. We have this piece of rose quartz right here. And of course, we have several cards. But not all the ones I put in here. Where did I put the message? I lost part of your message. I have to go find it. Sorry. So the good news is I found your missing cards. I put them in the wrong mailbox by accident. The bad news is my table is not tall enough. If you like looking at people's faces during readings, I'm so sorry, but you are stuck with my feet. So let's start with your animal. You chose the blue peacock. Wrong way. So I guess we'll start with the song that was inside. Things have felt bad for a long time, I feel, for you, but like, okay, with all these easy on the eye pastels, light blues, light pinks that are around here, I'm getting the impression you're having a lot of anxiety, or that you've had a lot of anxiety recently, or, I mean, a lot of people have, because these are hard times, so it's been especially hard on you. Maybe you're a sensitive person, so you're sensitive to all the energy that's going on, and that was the Sun song from The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. You play that song, every time you play that song, no matter how dark it is outside, it automatically becomes morning. And I want you to know that the sun is coming out for you. There's some kind of a wound on your soul. I don't know if it's a trauma from a childhood or from a past life. I think it's childhood for most of you. Or maybe something bad happened to you. Lots of sexual trauma. I'm gonna have to bleep that out because YouTube is the way it is. I hate saying that. But, yeah, or someone was very cruel to you. Somebody you trusted. And that's just made things like the pandemic a lot harder for you to handle, and it's really taking its toll on you, on this energy. And with this peacock here. Now, according to spiritanimals.com, and I will link that down below so you can read the whole article, the peacock says, "You are marvelously unique. Allow yourself to show it." And I think a lot of you haven't been letting yourself shine because of your anxiety, because of your trauma, and maybe because you were different from others. Maybe you were bullied for being different. But you are full of beautiful colors, like a male peacock. They're very showy. They have all those big feathers. Well, all peacocks are male. Peahens are female, I think. But anyway, you know what I mean. You have all these beautiful colors inside of you, all these beautiful ideas, and I haven't gotten into your cards yet, sorry, but it's time for you to stand up for what you love, what you believe in. Let yourself be you. And I know that is so much easier to say than to actually do. But, yeah, I really think you've been through some trauma, something, maybe you were bullied, something that's making you hide all your best qualities, thinking they're weird and ugly, when in reality they're the most beautiful things about you. It's okay to be a little weird. I mean, take it from an autistic right here. It's okay to be a little weird. I had a meltdown one day. I cried because my mother bought a different brand of cereal and I didn't like the texture. Oops. I laughed so hard I blew it down. Alright. I think it's funny. All these cards came from the Rebel deck, and I will link that down below. And they're all kinds of different colors, but all the ones that came out for you were so blue. And it makes me wonder if you've been feeling very blue lately. Like a lot of you, I think you've been afraid and sad. I don't know. Now these cards, I'm warning you, they sting a little the way it presents their message, but that's kind of why I like them. Hold on, let me adjust the camera a little. You equals tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. I think maybe you've been having it where you want to control everything in your environment, because if something goes not according to plan, it just stresses you out too much and you can't handle it with your anxiety. But you need to let go, and I know that is so difficult, but if you do that, the rewards will be so much greater. I mean, especially if this is a trauma. As long as you have these control issues, you'll never heal from it, I'm thinking. You need to let things come into you. And that's what the next one says. It says, don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. If you have been manifesting things and they haven't been working out, it's probably because you're being a little too controlling on how these things come to you. And maybe you're scripting very specifically, like, I want this at this time, I want this to come here and there, but you're not doing the work you need to do on yourself. And you do need to do a lot of work on yourself because people have treated you like shit, and that's how you're used to being treated now. This feels really intense, man. Really intense. But yeah, you need to do some shadow work to heal from your trauma, and that'll make it so much easier for you to manifest, for good things to come your way. Because when you have a positive attitude, I know this sounds fucking corny, you're probably like, oh, shut up, redacted, but I forgot what I was saying. something being corny. I have ADHD, and I'm getting a lot of messages. They're like, this is like, this whole pile's, okay, I'm embarrassing myself now, but yeah. Yeah, a positive outlook will change the way you experience all of life, but like I said, so many things have happened to you. I think a lot of the people in this group have complex PTSD, or a lot of the symptoms of it, because that's the kind of energy I'm feeling. And, take it from me, I've been through similar things. I don't feel like talking about them right now, but when I forced myself, like, I trained myself, like, programming my head to think more positively. And once I did that, things started to change for me. Things started to open up a little bit. And I'm not, like, cured by any means, but things have gotten a little easier. The next card is, get the fuck outside. Move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. So this has also been taking a toll on not just your mental health has been taking a toll on your physical health. So this is all connected. But if you go outside, I mean, pandemic, so you can't really go that far, but say jogging sounds good for some of you, but really, just, I'm getting two messages here. One, of course, maybe add some yoga, something low impact to start with. You can find this stuff on YouTube. No need to go out and get bacteria at the gym or anything like that. And maybe just sit outside, or open a window for a few minutes and just hang out. It's spring. The weather is getting better. Even if you absolutely cannot leave your space right now, maybe you're sick or something, or maybe you're just so depressed that you just can't will yourself to move. Just summon all your energy and go stand by the window for a minute. Open the window, feel the air. I hope to God you have a window. Most people have windows, right? Well, anyway, because your body actually needs to go outside. The human body isn't meant to be indoors all day. People get stir crazy and it doesn't work out right. So it'll help. Something about the sunshine. It'll really help energize you. It's also how a lot of us get our vitamin D. I think a lot of you will need to take some vitamin D supplements. You can find them in the vitamins section. If you're lucky, you might be able to find some on sale somewhere, and if you find some vitamin D in a bargain bin, that's your sign, I guess. And this next one. This one's interesting. Take a shot. Don't take 12. Take 1. Okay, maybe 2. Move on. Some of you may be coping with alcohol right now, which, I mean, don't overdo it. Take it from me, I used to overdo it, and it didn't make me feel good. It just became a habit. And I never got, like, addicted, but in the end, I find that I have better results with alcohol when I take just a shot or two. But pretty much wean yourself off of it, I think is what I'm hearing. It's weird because that's not what the card says, but that's the message that came into my head. Some of you may need to move on from an addiction. For others of you, this is just saying, okay, you're mourning right now. You need to let loose a little bit. Maybe your sacral chakra or your root chakra. I'm thinking sacral chakra is blocked for a lot of you, actually. You aren't feeling pleasure anymore. And that's making it harder for you to move on. Because if you're not feeling pleasure, it's just like all the life, all the color is draining from your life. And it's just, yeah, big no me gusta. Maybe listen to some healing tones for the talk redacted. Sacral chakra healing music, that's right. Sorry, I was just fiddling with that while I was thinking. Well, those tones may have been healing for you. This instrument is called a kalimba, by the way. I saw it in one of Melanie Martinez's Instagram stories. Had to buy one. Now we have some quote cards. These came from this inspiration quotes thing that I got at Kroger. I wasn't able to find them online anywhere, but That's where I found them, in the dollar section at Kroger. And they have some inspirational quotes. This one says, "Don't lose your present to your past." And I think that's an important message for you to hear, because I think a lot of you have had some trauma in your past, for most of you in this lifetime, and that's what's bogging you down. And you're missing out on all these beautiful moments because your past is just sucking you down. It's drying out all your joy. So, I don't know. It's not a good energy. And you're losing your future. As long as you stay in this energy, you're gonna have to try to find some way to pry yourself out. Even if it's just making little tiny small changes for now. Because you have a beautiful life ahead of you, but you're not gonna get there until you get rid of this gloomy energy that's dragging you down. Most obstacles melt away when we make up our mind to walk boldly through them. That was Orson's Wet Martin. I can't pronounce anything, but yeah, you're gonna have to get through it. Some of you may need to see a therapist. If you've been putting off seeing a therapist about your issues, now is the time to seek therapy. Because, I mean, you can put little band-aids on it. You can go out and get drunk for a night and forget for just that night. But eventually we have to face our struggles. We have to face the things that upset us so that way we can heal from them and move on. And I think therapy is a very safe environment for most people to do that, because you get to talk through your problems without judging that. And some of you may not have good insurance, you may not be able to afford a therapist, but maybe you can find someone you can talk with. Maybe a friend, or maybe you can find someone online who you can talk to. I don't know, but a lot of you need someone to talk to. And this one is a beautiful message from Christian D. Larson. Believe in yourself and all that you are. I'm telling you, you guys are wonderful people, but you've let these horrible past people kind of live in your head and tell you that you're not good, that you're not worth it, that you're not pretty or smart or anything good, or that the things that make you unique are bad or whatever. And it's just not true. You're a wonderful person. Underneath all of this blue, you're a wonderful person. You just need to embrace the peacock and let your colors shine. Because those people, they had their own issues. They just kind of sucked. I mean, I know that's not spiritual for me to say, but they're fucking assholes. Fuck those losers. You're great. Let's see. I almost forgot. Rose quartz. Rose quartz, most people think of it as like the stone of soulmates, and it will help you find your soulmate. And I think there's a good match out there for you. There's someone understanding. Sorry, I got sidetracked again by another message. There's someone out there for you. They're understanding, and they're going to, I don't know if they'll help you through your trauma. They might come later on into your life. They might not be right around the corner. But you will find someone who will understand your issues, and they'll be patient with you. And they won't force you into anything you're not ready for. That person is out there for you, and they will think you are the most beautiful person. And, oh my god, I might tear up. They're going to love you so much. And you can manifest them into your life by loving yourself too. And it may take some time, but rose quartz is a great stone to carry around with you for good vibes. I've always felt that it's a very healing stone. And I didn't even look up the message. This stone is just great for people with anxiety, because it's a healing stone, but it's also great for like self-love and self-care. And I think this is really what you need. I forgot something. Astrodice. Give some confirmation that they've chosen the right pile. Alright, I got Aquarius, Uranus, and 7. A lot of you may be life path 7s, or 7 might be your favorite number. Some of you have very prominent Aquarius placements in constellational astrology, which is based on Sidereal. So if you know your Vedic moon or something like that, your Vedic placements, those are the ones I go by. They're the ones I read for, so. Yeah, I think a lot of you are Aquarius risings, and that's part of why you haven't fit in your whole life, or you've had an Aquarius moon or some other prominent Aquarius placements, maybe an Aquarius Venus. Yeah, and Uranus is the ruling planet for Aquarius, so that's why I think a lot of you are eccentrics, a little weird. Maybe you're not even Aquariuses, maybe you're just weird, and that's fine. Well, I'm not really getting any more messages, so I guess this is the end of your reading. I hope it helped you out, and I hope you have a better everything. And I do plan on making more videos like this, so subscribe if you're interested for that shit, and blessed be, motherfuckers. Okay, for those of you who chose box number 2, this is your reading. Oh. I hear a sound, do you? I kind of fucked through that one, but that's your melody. Also in here is a green origami frog. This was made by my baby sister, Aoife. She's planning on doing a YouTube channel soon, and she gave me this. So, I could use them for messages in these readings. She's my, witchy trainee. I think you'll like that. I think this is a witchy group, a very creative group already, just from the colors. And I also have lots of cards in here. We'll go over those in a minute. And Angelite. This is the stone I selected for this group, just with my intuition. Angelite is used for communication with angels, spirit guides. It's a great stone for those of you who are creative. I don't know if you know this, but we actually get a lot of our creativity from source, from spirit. So creatives, I feel like a lot of them are just naturally spiritual people. Now, before we go any further, because I forgot this until the end for the last group, and I was like, ugh. I have some astro dice, and I'm going to use these to confirm you chose the right stack. This may or may not resonate with you. This isn't necessarily like the end-all be-all, like, ugh, if this doesn't sound right to me, I chose the right and wrong stack. This is just a little extra confirmation for you. I might get a message from these. Or from spirit, whatever. Alright, we have a 10, a Virgo, and South Node. A lot of you may be life path 1s, or you really like the number 10 or multiples of 10. A lot of you may have been born in October. You may have prominent 10th house placements. You may be very career-oriented people, but you're artistically motivated. I think this is a very artistic deck, like I already said. And with Virgo, I have a Virgo stellium myself in Sidereal astrology, which is what I use, constellational, technically. And Virgos are actually very creative people. So you may have, I don't know if you know your birth chart, but you may have some very, very prominent Virgo placements, and it's actually kind of probable because Virgo is a large constellation. It's like half the fucking sky. And the type of astrology I use references not only the position of the constellation, like scientifically, but also the size of them. With South Nodes, I kind of want to re-roll that one because I'm not feeling anything with this South Node. I just don't vibe with it. But you may have your South Node in Virgo in the 10th house. Let's see if I can get another message. I'm one of those people who don't really give a fuck about South Nodes. We have a moon here. So a lot of you may have a Virgo moon. You may just be very sensitive people. Water signs. There's a lot of earth and water energy here. You may be Cancers because the moon rules over Cancer. Again, I use Sidereal, so check those placements. And, alright. Enough of this shit. Let's get into the... I dropped it again. Anyway. Let's read your quotes first. This one is from Abraham Lincoln. I love this one. Whatever you are, be a good one. So some of you are musicians, some of you are visual artists. Fuck, some of you are accountants, just creative accountants, but whatever you are, temper that skill. This one is from Hugh Downs. I love this one too. A happy person is not a person in a certain set of circumstances, but rather a person with a certain set of attitudes. So I think a lot of you have had hard lives, especially lately. But, like, in order to be happy, you can't just wait for your life to be good in order to be happy. Like, oh, I'm on top of my career, now I can be happy. You have to find that within you, and then happiness will come. And this one, Albert Einstein, love it. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on. I think a lot of you are very gifted creatively, whether you know it or not. Especially since we got this frog, a green frog. Green is a color for creativity. And the frog is the animal totem for creativity. We also have these bright, vibrant pinks in your box, you know. And on these cards that came out. So this deck is a little rude, and the way it presents the message is just a warning for those of you who are sensitive. A lot of creatives are sensitive, so I felt the need to say this. Now this one is, drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. So I think a lot of you have a hard time being vulnerable with people, have a hard time showing them your true self, and I think this is partially, a lot of creatives can be a little odd, and they don't really want to share everything with everyone immediately, but if you want to get close to someone, you have to actually share that. Sorry I'm talking so fast. I may be a redneck, but I'm also a Gemini. This next one is, you need a good fucking cry. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. Yeah, definitely something's happened to you recently, and yeah, you need to let go of that. You need to express that. You need to take that creativity. You need to express this pain that you've been going through. Whatever it is that's been bothering you, you need to express that through your art, because I'm sensing that is how you express things. That's how everything comes to you. You just, God, I'm getting such a different energy off of this group from the last one. You have a lot of creative energy. Oh my God. You're so creative. Fuck. Yeah, I sense that you cry through your artwork, whether you're painters, musicians, mostly I'm thinking visual and arts. Some of you are sculptors, and you just have such a gift for putting all this emotion in your work, whatever it is. And this next one is, fuck fear. It will lie to your face. If there's something you've been afraid to do, don't listen to whatever anxiety, whatever fears are talking to you, and definitely don't ask other people for confirmation that you can be a good artist, because everyone's going to tell you, nah, stick to your day job. You can't do art. Only like 2 or 3 artists in the whole wide world are famous, and everyone else lives in the poorhouse. Don't ask people if you should be an artist. They will not. They will not back you up on that path. No one will ever back you up on that path. Well, okay, maybe some people in your life, and those are the good ones. But yeah. Just because a career is hard to get into, and I'm sensing this is a career reading for a lot of people, especially since I drew the number 10 earlier. Yeah, it'll be hard, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't go for it. Because these struggles, they're how we learn and how we grow. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards, especially when we let other people get into our heads, you know? And we think, oh, maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't go for this someday. You know, maybe now isn't the exact right time. You should be stepping into this and making art your job. Maybe right now is the time for you to sit back and temper your skill. But I think someday you are going to have the opportunity. If you keep working at it, you'll have the opportunity to really shine with your art. Maybe you'll be a fashion designer someday. Maybe you're going to... I'm getting that message. A lot of you want to go to school for fashion design. I think that would be really cool. Do you like my outfit? I I'm insecure. Now, anyway. Yeah, I didn't really get that many cards for this group, but I'm really sensing that you're creative people. And we have the frog. Hold on. I have a website that I went to get the animal totems. It's called spiritanimals.com. It says, are you finding yourself a bit too needy? Focusing on the need will only make things worse for you. Let go, find a new direction, and allow it to help you heal. You're so creative, honestly, and whether you know it or not, some of you haven't found what you're good at yet, but you'll find it, and when you find it, you need to temper that skill, and you need to keep on working at it, and keep on going, because that's what's gonna find you career success, I feel. And if it doesn't become your career exactly, maybe it'll be your side career, not your main focus in life. Some of you probably would rather be a doctor or a lawyer or something boring. Sorry, in my opinion, that would be very boring, but you do you. But this is where your soul is. You need to keep creating your whole life. I mean, wow. And I think a lot of you have an open crown chakra to an extent, and that's where you receive some of your creative messages, and Angelite will really help with that. If your crown chakra isn't opening your crown chakra, that will help. Sorry, I was talking about the frog. I have ADHD. As if you don't already know that. Yeah, so the frogs used to be tadpoles at some point. So when we think of transformation, we usually think of like butterflies as a symbol of transformation. But, you know, frogs, amphibians, they go through odd life states too. This starts out as a tadpole. So maybe you are the tadpole right now, but you will become the frog one day. With a lot of work, tempering that creative skill, whatever creative skill you have, you will become the frog. I probably sound crazy, but I hope you know what I mean. And the song I played earlier, that was Saria's song from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I think a lot of you, friendships are important to you, and finding your soul tribe will be very important to you, because Saria's song is the song Link receives. He receives it from his childhood friend. And a lot of you are probably really connected with your inner child, definitely. And that inner child will come out in the way you express your art. And I think some of the people watching this video have already really made art their career, so I don't know why you're watching this video, because you don't need it. I don't know. But maybe this is just confirmation that you are an artist and that you chose your career correctly, and if things are going downward now, or you're not as on top as you want to be, they will go back up. It'll come back up, it will. Why am I thinking of like a sink regurgitating all the shit you put in it, except in a positive way? Sorry, I'm weird. Saria's song is also dope as fuck. It has a lot of great rhythm. And it's a lot of people's favorite songs off the whole album, so I think a lot of you will produce songs that will become someone's favorite, that'll be really comforting to them. Or you'll make art that's just really comforting to people, and my mind's going all over the place right now. I think this group just has a lot of energy in general. I think a lot of you have ADHD too, and I'm like mirroring that back. It's like, excuse my hand waving. This is not the reading for neurotypicals. Well, some of you may be, but a lot of you are not neurotypical. I can feel that right now. A lot of you have some neurodivergence. Saria's song also helps Link find his way in the Lost Woods, because if you listen for it carefully, at the entrance as you navigate the Lost Woods, you can find Saria and she'll help. So I think a lot of you, those creative people who actually support you, they're probably creatives themselves, who actually understand and appreciate your creativity and want to bring that out in you, they will help you, guide you to your path. When you find your soul tribe, they will help you grow as an artist and win awards or whatever it is you want to do in life, touch people's souls, share your message. That's what's coming for you. And again, Angelite, great stone to have, and see, this message is a lot shorter than it was for the other group. Probably because I talked a mile a minute in this one. So I think we're done here. Whatever you're afraid to start, some new project that you're afraid to start, just start it. Even if you don't finish it, you'll still learn something. Like all those unfinished projects you have laying around, they weren't a waste of time. They helped temper your skill at the very least, or maybe you'll revisit them later, but just never be afraid to start a project just because you're afraid you're going to drop it. Like, at the very least, you should probably at least take some notes on that so you don't forget it later. Because one day, you're not going to feel very connected to source, you're going to feel a little uncreative, maybe have some creator's block, artist block, writer's block, musician's block, whatever, and that's going to hold you back. But then you can revisit those old notes, and maybe you'll find something that sparks something within you later. Is there anything else? And you're good at what you do. And if you don't feel like you're good now because you're comparing yourself to all these other people that have really achieved great things, but you really are great, and you'll be just as great as them one day in your own way, and it's going to be really powerful. And, see, are there any other messages I'm not getting? Yeah, my mind is clearing. I'm feeling settled down now. I think I got out everything I need to get out. I hope you have a wonderful career and that everything goes very well for you. Even if it's a little rocky, I keep working at it. And have a great day. And blessed be, motherfuckers. Alright, for those of you who chose box number 3, this is your message. And there's some sound here. It wants to come out. Let's see what it is. I don't like this sound. Oh my god, school bells ringing. No me gusta. I do not like that. I think you're just very smart people. Because that's the sound I used to hear all the time at school, every time there was an hour, and then it'd be like... And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm late. Are you in college? Or are you preparing for college? Or some of you don't even give a fuck about college. You're just smart people that learn really quickly. A lot of you think really fast on your feet. And a lot of you are just lifelong learners. You're the type of people who would have subscribed to my Skillshare ad. Which I do have that link down below in this one because I'm a teacher on there, so I always have a link even when I'm not doing a sponsorship with them. I'm not a very good teacher on there. I need to add some more classes, but I don't really feel like that's my calling. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, let's get some confirmation that you chose the right stack. This may or may not resonate with you. It may just be an extra bonus to say, yeah, this is who I'm talking to. Spirit guides, who am I talking to right now? Get some confirmation. Geminis. A lot of you have prominent Gemini placements, whether you realize it or not. You may be a Cancer Sun in tropical, and if so, you're probably a Gemini in constellational, which is what I use. So a lot of you probably have constellational placements in Gemini that are really prominent in your chart. You may be Gemini stelliums. A lot of you have Gemini on the 9th house. What is the 9th house again? Let me Google that. I have a bad memory. ADHD. The 9th house in the natal chart is ruled by the zodiac sign Sagittarius, so some of you may be Sagittarius, and the planet Jupiter, okay. All about expansion of your horizons and mostly your mind, house of luck, long distance travel, foreigners, higher education, philosophy, religion, the law, adventure, and wide open spaces. Maybe you have a 9th house stellium. Maybe you have a lot of either prominent placements or a stellium in your 9th house. Or you're a life path 9, like I said. And we also have South Node again. I don't give a fuck about the South Node. Reroll. They give me the South Node again. 9th house South Node implies you sought after the truth in the past, even in former lives or in this one. Okay. So that's probably what you did in your past life. Because South Nodes are associated with past lives, and that's why I don't really care for them in readings, because I'm more focused on this one and moving forward than I am on the past, but I don't know. I think a lot of you were scholars, teachers in your past lives, that sort of thing. So this is what's coming naturally to you, I feel like. It's education, learning. This is a very smart box. Box number 3. And look, we have an animal totem here. I didn't drop them. This was made by my baby sister, Aoife. She gave me these to use for pick a card readings. She's thinking about making her own channel soon, and she'll do readings too. Sorry, my throat kind of hurts. But anyway, this is the octopus. So before I forget, let me read what it says. I got this from spiritanimals.com. The octopus totem says, clouding the issue won't help. Keep it honest. Now, octopuses, they're such smart animals, you know, and they can camouflage themselves, so if they need to, they can conceal things. So if there's something you need to keep to yourself for a while, you can do that. You don't have to be so honest and upfront with everyone that you tell them what you're planning and then they get in your way or something. I don't know why this is coming out of my mouth. It's just, I think some of you are taking on something new that you're learning. 3 minutes remaining. Ah, fuck me. Sorry, my camera will only take short bursts for some reason, but yeah, be honest with yourself, I think. If there's something you want to learn and something you want to go for, you need to go for that. And you're a smart person, whether you know it or not, you're really smart and you can handle it. It may not be learning from a higher institution. It may be something you want to do, like get Rosetta Stone or something. Maybe some of you want to be a translator or something. Spanish, maybe? Japanese. I think a lot of you Japanese want to learn Japanese. History. You're a fucking nerd. Whatever it is, you're a nerd. I actually got a lot of advice cards from you. I got this divination deck from Kroger in the dollar section. I haven't been able to find it online, but it's just a bunch of inspirational quotes that you need to hear right now. So let's get this message out. Maybe from the advice I'll be able to figure out what's going on. Because it's a lot. I'm getting a lot of different things, a lot of different people. So Joseph Campbell, your own path you make with every step you take. That's why it's your path. Okay. Ooh, a lot of you are educational rebels. You're going against your family. They don't want you to do this, do they? If they tell you that you're not good enough, they're fucking wrong. They tell you it's too hard for you, they're fucking wrong. I'll say that right now. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. This group is very special. You're going to change something. You're like an entrepreneur or a pioneer in your field. Like, sorry, I'm just distracted. Other people are trying to get in my head right now. Anyway. You're going to change something or do something great. Or you're going to be very important. Maybe it's just to a few people. Or maybe you were going to, like, change a whole field. Or, you know, these are doctors, scientists, historians. I'm hearing archaeology. There's so many different kinds of people here. But you're important. Muhammad Ali, don't count the days, make the days count. It might be far off for a lot of you. So take this time to learn. However you do it, whether you go to college or you just love books a lot. Which honestly, I think reading books and reading them not just like once or twice, but like really focusing on the words and committing to it and just learning, studying. I think that's really good for you. This one, Dolly Parton, find out who you are and do it on purpose. Okay, you are intellectual people. You're not really spiritual people. Yeah, find out who you are and do it on purpose. You're the intellectual sort. You're the left brain person. You're not really so much a right brain person. Though you probably appreciate art. You may be like both. You may love art and more intellectual pursuits. Crystallized knowledge is something you really want, I think. You want to learn a lot of things. Maybe that's why maybe it's not just a lot of different types of people. Maybe you're interested in a lot of different fields. And there's going to be one that you're really drawn to. And you're going to make some big changes or something. I don't know exactly what's going on here. It's going to be different for different people, but damn. Some of you, I thought Until now, I was talking mostly to younger people, but some of you may be older and wanting to start some new intellectual path, and you're feeling bad because we have this C.S. Lewis quote here. You are never too old to set another goal or dream another dream. If you think that you're too old, you're not too old. No one's too old. I mean, fuck. We've had so many past lives, tons of past lives, because what happens is you die, you go to heaven for a while, then you get bored, because heaven's too fucking perfect, so you come back to Earth to do more. You're like billions of years old. You're gonna do something great. I'm telling you. And the things you learn in this life may even be carried over to the next, so it may not even be this lifetime where you do something, but whatever happens, even if it's separated between this life and your next one, like, there's something good that you're gonna do. Like, you're going to make a really big contribution to this field or something. Let's see. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Albert Einstein. Yeah, it may be a hard road for you, but I'm so hungry. I have ADHD. School is so not my vibe. And this one, Peter W. Smith, make yourself proud. You're not really doing this for other people. It's going to affect a lot of other people, but I'm getting the impression you don't really actually give a shit. You're doing this for yourself. And I think that's the way to go, honestly. I like you. You're cool. And you're not too old. No one's too old. Oh, your stone. I forgot to pull out your stone. Your stone is this heart-shaped lapis lazuli. Now, lapis lazuli, I know it's a protective stone. Let me Google this. Yeah, it will protect you from psychic attacks. And I'm feeling a lot of this group isn't really the intuitive group so much. Now, a lot of you probably are very intuitive enough to where you at least chose the right box. But this group, it's more right-brained, and you may be a little more susceptible to psychic attack. There's someone who's really jealous of you, and they don't want you to succeed. And they may act like they're your friend, and on some level they may be, but they're more of a frenemy. Or maybe it's a parent, they may be deceased now, that didn't really want you to succeed, because they didn't, someone did not want you to outshine them, is what I'm hearing. They acted like they were your friend, or they loved you, and maybe they did, but they loved themselves more, and they did not want you outshining them. Lapis lazuli will help with that, and these lapis lazuli, it says on here, it can negate negative energy, and it'll protect you and kind of help harmonize your body and mind. Yeah, it'll help you feel calm as you take charge of your life and do what it is you were meant to do. I wasn't sure why I chose that one, because I didn't know what lapis lazuli meant. I just felt like it was the right stone to pick. I don't know what it is you're doing, but damn. Okay, we got this card. Now this is from the Rebel deck, the Oracle with Attitude. It has a bit of a rude way in the way it presents its messages. Anyway, but have, you are loved. And you are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. Yeah, you're going to be really important. I don't know if it's to a few people or just one field or to the whole world. It varies from person to person because this isn't a personal reading. But yeah, you have a life purpose. And don't let anyone get in your way. Don't let anyone get in the way of that purpose. And this one is put the fucking phone down. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. Kind of hard to do that now, because quarantine, but I mean, not everyone's in quarantine, but I don't know. I think as long as you're 6 feet apart and you're both wearing masks, it's okay. Be very careful about the Rona and stuff. We don't want to get the Rona. But maybe a phone call. Or a video chat or something. If you're lonely, the YouTube comments are a really bad place to get socialization. I used to do that when I was younger. I used to go on YouTube and for videos I liked and just read the comments. Like, that was my replacement for friendship. I don't know. That's not a message for everyone, though. That's just a few of you. Some of you are INTPs. You're just a little bit awkward. I think a lot of you are Geminis. A lot of Gemini energy, and you know, you need people. You know, the Gemini, that's represented by the twins, you know. If you have any Gemini energy, Geminis do not like to be alone at heart, really. They need their people. I saw 1111 just now. Make a wish. Have you eaten? You are acting like a big-ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. I'm hungry, too. I feel it. And this is another diet card. Step away from that crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirulina taste like ass. Eat some yummy shit. Bacon, chocolate, beer, get some. I think a lot of you may be, I think there are some, to get both of these cards in one reading, some of you have an eating disorder. Sorry, my throat hurts. I need water for just a moment. Yeah, if any of you have an eating disorder, dieting may not be the best option for you, like a strict diet. Or maybe this isn't even about food for everyone. Maybe you aren't pursuing something that makes you feel joy, and it may be this path we've been talking about this whole time, or this whole thing. But life can't be all work. You need to have some fun. And also, what you put into your body is what you get out. And, if you don't put any fuel in your tank, it'll make it hard to do this great thing that you need to do, that you are here to do, that you incarnated into this body to do. And our last card for you is you think someone is lying. They are. There's some kind of a snake in your life. And I'll be honest with you, you need to cut them out of your life. Yeah, I can hear that very strongly. There's someone who's holding you back. Yeah, and you can't listen to that person because they aren't going to take you where you need to be. It may not be someone you want to get rid of, or someone who's convenient to cut out. Because I think for a lot of you, it's a parent. For a lot of you, it's just like a friend you've had kind of your whole life. That's really sad. This is someone close to you who really doesn't have your best interest at heart. I'm sorry. No one wants to hear that. Now I'm all bummed and shit. Alright. I didn't do this for the other groups, but I'm going to take out the Mermaid Tarot. This group is full of special people. Like, there's something you're gonna do. And again, if you think, no, there's no way I'm gonna do something that's gonna affect millions of people, even if you only affect one person, it's gonna be in a really important way. You have an important soul mission. And it's connected with this educational pursuit you want to take on, I feel. Energy field adjustment, aura cleansing, and health. Okay. A lot of you don't have the best physical health right now. Yeah, some of you, I feel like it's a mixed bag. A lot of my older audience is watching here right now. Of course, my audience tends to be older anyway. But there are also some very young people who are prone to things like eating disorders. Just a very strange mixed bag of people here, but I'm gonna read what the booklet says about this, because it'll word it better than I do. I swear to God it will. Your body, your spirit, your mind, your emotions, all are in a complex and finely balanced relationship, and all produce and emanate an energetic field which can be viewed by clairvoyance called your aura. And auras are real, I have seen them. Mine is 2 different colors, it's yellow and blue. Kind of reminds me of an Easter egg. Anyway, in my personal opinion, the aura is your soul. Like that aura that we see, that's actually our soul. Like everyone thinks that your body, your soul is somewhere in your body, and scientists have tried to find out what organ houses the soul. But what it actually is, your aura, that is, in my opinion, your soul, and your body is inside of that soul. So if you take care of your soul, you'll take care of your body, in a way. And there are all sorts of ailments that can go away just from taking a positive outlook and stuff, like, and I didn't believe this at first until I tried it, because I have the tendency to be kind of left-brained myself. But when I opened up, did a lot of healing, like some of my physical ailments haven't been troubling me as much as they used to. Like whatever's going on with my lady organs, my lady balls, that hurts all the time, it doesn't hurt as much as it used to. And I strongly suspect that's why. Because humans are very spiritual creatures. Some of you have muddy auras right now. And you need to clean it up because you're special. Alright, anyway. Many people can sense this energy field around you too, and to a large extent, your energetic field will have a great impact on who you are attracting, what your health is like, where there are issues in your life, and what abundance experience. Yeah, what abundance experience you are drawing to yourself. The quality and health of your aura can be worked on with the mermaids as well. As we, being saltwater dwellers, are in a continual process of cleansing and renewing our auric field. It's kind of goofy the way it words its messages sometimes, I think. Our human friends, often being more air than water, bullshit, humans are like 60% water, tend to have more to cleanse than our mermaid allies and friends. As we mermaids are on your side, drink more water, by the way. I'm just going to read the divination section now because I think it will be most relevant. It is time to cleanse and clear your aura immediately without delay, addressing its imbalances and lovingly tending to its needs and giving it as much priority as your own physical body at this time. Because remember, your body is inside of your aura, so if you don't have a healthy aura, you won't have a healthy body. Time to have an auric reading by someone who is trustworthy and reputable, and time to act on what you learn. Understand that there is a great cleansing available to you within nature and within your own energy field too. The sun will help. If you've been cooped up inside all day, maybe hang out a window. That's what I told another box, whatever. Understand that there is great cleansing available to you within nature and within your own energy field too. It is time for you to acknowledge too that you occasionally, sometimes frequently, see and feel and connect with people's auras yourself. And the more you feel and acknowledge this to yourself, the more tuned in and aware you become. You are sensitive to others' auras too at this time. Be sure to balance and cleanse yours rather than focusing on the imbalances and disturbances you can set on others' fields. Know that you too must be sensitive and ethical when you pick things from another. No spontaneous readings unless spirit closely steps in. The mermaids will assist with when and how to deliver any messages you are receiving promptings about. Okay. You're a lot more spiritual than you think. Some of you may think you're not actually that spiritual or empathic. I'm feeling kind of bogged down though. I think it's whatever sickness. I think that's what I'm sensing that's making me feel kind of hungry, because I wasn't like this with the other groups. I had a completely different vibe for every group, but let's see. I'm going to get out another deck. Alright, this is the Gypsy Oracle cards. What blessing is coming to box number 3, Spirit Guides? A letter. Alright, some of you are going to get an important letter, maybe from a loved one. Or maybe your stimulus check is coming in. Maybe it's been late, but it is coming. Or some other kind of check. Something's coming in the mail for you. It could be an email, but I think something physical is coming in the mail. Okay, it varies from person to person. Maybe someone's sending you a package? I'm not sure. Any other blessings for this group? Young woman. Some of you this may be connected, like some of you are getting a letter from a young woman, or there will be a young woman coming into your life, but they're an older soul, and they'll help guide you. The people who vibed with this mailbox, Spirit Guides, what are they doing? Because I'm not entirely sure. So many messages. Surprise. That's why I'm so confused, because I think a lot of you are confused too. This is really going to surprise you. It may not be what you think. But you're going to get some kind of surprise coming in. Now a bunch fell out. We have waiting, house, and falseness. Interesting. This could be about the false person that I was talking about earlier. Do you live with them? Did you live with them? It could even be a person that's not even in your life anymore. I think a lot of you are homebound right now. Like you're stuck at home and you might be stuck in that house with that person. Anything else, Spirit Guides, that I should know? Faux constancy wife. This could be your mother. Someone who's been a constant in your life has been holding you back, I think. So it could be a mother, a family member. Could even be a daughter or a child. I kind of doubt that one, though. I'm not really feeling that one, but some of you maybe. I don't know. But yeah, there's somebody, I think it's someone you've lived with that's really held you back for a long time. What is Spirit going to do about that? Well, they'll have to remove them from your path eventually because you have great things to do and they can't hold you. You can't be around people who are holding you back. Spirit guides, what's going to happen? For some of you, it's a wife, or you're the wife, but I don't want to show you these two cards. I don't think you'll like them. Spirit guides, should I share what I know? A censored version of it, perhaps? Sorry, the recording cut out. But they will be removed from your life, I assure you. It may not be in a pretty way. I don't want to share that message, I'm sorry. And it's not that way for everyone either. You know that meme where they're like, honey, you've got a big storm coming. That's what I'm seeing right now. I don't feel ready to leave this group. This has been really long, but let's get another message from the Mermaid deck. What can this group do in the meantime? Other than just know that they're special and that it's taken care of. Because that's not a message anyone wants to hear, guys, please. I don't mean to be a dick, sorry. Guide. A guide, mentor, a trustworthy ally. You need someone in your life that's going to help you out. There might be someone. There's some lifeline you can reach. It may not be someone you know yet, but there's someone coming into your life. I think it's a young woman for most of you who will help you shine. What is she like? What is this guide like, Spirit guides? Or it could be a man with a lot of feminine energy. Spirit guides, what is this guide like? They're very deep people. We've drawn Imrama. Wonder voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. I think this person's been through a lot in many different lifetimes, and they'll come and help you. Also, don't tell the other groups that you're special and that I did more readings for you. I'm sorry, okay? I just go with the flow. I don't make plans because they never work out. Alright, now I need to see some numbers. Spirit guides, when is this person coming into their lives? For some of you, it'll be like 9 days. Then we also have an 8. It could be 8 weeks. So that's like 2 months. We also have the Jack of Spades. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm only reading the cards with numbers on them. We also drew the blank cards. So for some of you, this person is coming into your life soon. For others of you, Spirit does not want you to know. It'll be a surprise. Yeah. Where will they meet this person? It'll be different for everyone. There's no point even drawing. Too many important people. This is a complicated thing, because a lot of gears are turning, a lot of things are involved. For some of you people, this will be a lover. I drew love and lover. So for a lot of people, this guide is going to be a new love in your life. If the person who's lying that I've been concerned about from the beginning of this reading, that may be your current spouse. It may be that you're trapped in a really bad relationship right now and there's someone new for you. But I really feel like you're stuck, with that house card. It may not be physically in your house, but the person you're stuck, that's making you feel stuck is someone close to you that you've been with for a long time and they're no good for you. And that sucks. And of course, this is a general reading, so that message isn't for everyone, but if that resonated for you, definitely take it to heart. Spirit guides, is it time to go now? Yeah, it's about time for me to go on this reading, but know that everything's going to work out because the universe, it's not going to let you stay fucked forever because you've got too much important stuff to do. So maybe you need some moldavite. It's a crystal. I would have put it in your box if I had any, but I don't have any myself. It's a very intense stone, I warn you though, so you might want to, if you come across moldavite, if moldavite comes across to you, take it, but should they go out and seek moldavite, spirit guides? Are you sure? Okay, so a lot of you will have to go out and find some moldavite. And that will help you reach your purpose. This was a lot. This was so much. Wow. Anyway, that's all. Please rate, subscribe, and blessed be motherfuckers. Alright, and now we are ready for box number 4. For those of you who chose box number 4, this is your mail from the universe. And there's a song with this box too. That was The Witcher. Also, you have a red crane. This is an origami made by my baby sister Aoife. She's thinking about making a channel. She made this for me to use for pick a card readings. What else is in here? Some white howlite. Let's give you a good look at this. And we also have some cards in here for you. Sorry, I'm a little hungover from the last group. Or maybe this is you I'm feeling. My eyes are tired now. In the last group, I was fucking hungry. That group wasn't eating. Anyway. We have some quotes here from this little deck I got at Kroger in the dollar bin. Inspiration squares. From Edwin Markham. Defeat may serve as well as victory, to shake the soul and let the glory out. Interesting. The Dalai Lama. There is no benefit in worrying whatsoever. There is no benefit in worrying whatsoever. And Betty Bender. Anything I've ever done that ultimately was worthwhile initially scared me to death. Interesting. Let's start with your animal totem, now that we've read your quotes that you needed to hear. And I'm getting this from spiritanimals.com, I'll link it down below. The crane says, no act of kindness is ever wasted. A crane encourages you to seek wisdom. It's a sign of longevity, fortune, good fortune, happiness. So a crane is a good sign. So if you felt lately, I feel like you're really bogged down, muddled, slowed down, depressed. It doesn't really say that in any of the cards, but that's just what I feel for you, and it will get better. Or maybe for some others of you, you've already found this, but I think right now you're in a state of worrying about your future, what you're going to do next. And worrying, like the Dalai Lama says, it doesn't really benefit you. So howlite is a stone. It's great for people who are neurodivergent because, you know, it's a really calming stone and it helps you focus. So if you're depressed or you don't have a neurodivergent brain, you may have a hard time focusing, and howlite will help you focus. And when you find that focus, that's when things will be apparent to you. That's when you'll figure everything out, I think. Is that true for everyone? Yeah, for some of you, you already know what you need to do. You're just kind of lacking in the energy to do it. So we have here in the Rebel Oracle, and the way it presents its messages is kind of rude, but just preparing you for that. You got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside you, listen to that shit. You have this great hunger for something you want to do, but you aren't getting started? Is that what it is? You need to listen to your intuition. I think a lot of you have blockages in your intuition. A lot of you are very root chakra centered people. I have a lot of oranges and reds. That's like root chakra, sacral chakra. I think you're operating on your lower chakras right now. You are going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. You are exhausted. Oh my god, you are absolutely exhausted. Now I am too. Yeah, you're going through some stuff right now, and it's really holding you back from finding pleasure outside, like, the banal things. I think a lot of you binge watch TV, maybe The Witcher, maybe that's why I chose The Witcher. That's not necessarily, like, a terrible thing. I find that when you're depressed, it's better to sit there and watch TV all day than it is to sit there, lie in bed, and think about killing yourself all day. That's definitely true. I think you're obsessing over things, because when we got here, stop obsessing, you are not the center of the fucking universe. So, with this message, I'm getting two different ones. One is something in psychology called the spotlight effect, where we get anxious and we think everyone is watching us, but it's really not that deep. So, like, don't sit there obsessing about what other people think about you. Who cares about those fucking losers? Or what they think of you? Like, nobody is really watching you like that. Well, some of you are. I don't mean that, like, literally. Like, some of you have YouTube channels and shit, but... or want to start one. But yeah, you can't be overly concerned what people will think of you, because it will hold you back. Another thing I get from stop obsessing, you're not the center of the universe, is maybe some of you are trying to manifest something, but it's going so slowly. And the reason it's coming so slowly is because you feel so slow, so bogged down, so weighed down. And in order for the law of attraction to work, in order for good things to come your way, you have to feel good first. And that's kind of the catch-22, you know. I forgot to get some confirmation. Forgot to ask my guides about you. I'm gonna ask them for more information. Guys, who am I speaking to right now? Cancer. I remember I saw Scorpio earlier. I think a lot of you are water signs, and that's why you're so sensitive to other people. And I mean water signs and constellational, so you may be thinking something like, a lot of you are probably thinking right now, I'm not a Cancer, I'm a Leo. I'm not a water sign, I'm a fire sign. But I'm actually using constellational astrology right now, which is like based on the true positions of the stars and also the size of the constellation. So the astrology type I use is different, but there's a lot of water in your chart. Prominent 12th house places, a lot of you are highly psychic. Very psychic people, whether you know it or not, because it may be clairsentience for a lot of you, or extreme empathy, something you wouldn't necessarily think of as a psychic gift, but you walk into a room and the energy is heavy and you feel it. And I think a lot of the reason a lot of you are feeling so slow, so bogged down, is because you're in an area that's slow and bogged down. You're just sensitive to the energies of where you're at. And it might not be the exact physical location you're at, but the world we live in right now is really holding you back. The 12th house, it deals with like spiritual things, so I think a lot of you may also be a life path 3. Creative types, some of you just like the number 12 a lot. But yeah, I just feel that water energy. And I feel so sluggish with this group. I'm not sure what to say, but I don't feel like I'm done with this group. But this feeling will pass because we have this red crane here. Some kind of success is coming your way. It's just... I'm gonna break out the tarot cards, hold on. Spirit guides, what does this group need to do? The Fool. A lot of you need to start something. There's some kind of new beginning that you want to start. I'm getting that, or it's like a recurring theme with a lot of these groups. A lot of people need to start something. But what's holding you back is this energy. You need to have some more carefree energy. Like I said earlier, stop obsessing over every little detail and everything coming to you the way you want it to come. And know that good things are coming your way. It's just taking a while because it's complicated. Yes, your manifestation is coming. It's just taking a while because there are so many pieces. I got that for another group as well. So you may have felt attracted to another pile. You may have had a really hard time selecting the right group too because there are so many messages here for a lot of different people. I think a lot of you, your purpose is to heal others. Spirit guides, what is box 4's purpose? I feel drawn to the 4 of Swords here. I think you're going through this hard time right now because you need to help others in the future. And that's why you feel so slow and bad, because you're going to help other people who feel the way you feel later on in life, and you're going to come up from this on your own over time, and you're going to figure things out, and you're going to help other people figure things out. Spirit guides, how can they get out of this slump? Because I feel it. Because you have a lot of intuition, it's just kind of bogged down right now, yeah. You're feeling a lot of burdens. 5 of Wands. That's an interesting card to draw for how to get out of it. I'm seeing some kind of conflict. Do you feel like you've been, like, robbed of something? Like, something was supposed to go to you, but someone else got it? Or there's something someone else has that you want really badly? You might be a little jealous, or maybe... No, I think I'm just trying to be too intellectual right now. That is a message for some of you, definitely, but it's not the primary message I'm supposed to be getting out of this card. I should use my intuition, not look up meanings. I feel like the biggest problem is that you haven't started. That you haven't gone out and reached for that thing you want. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me get some more insight. Spirit guides, what is it this group wants so badly that not having it is making them feel so empty? I think it's heartbreak for a lot of you. Some man that's not actually really worth your time that you wanted really bad, someone else got him. It's money for a lot of you. A lot of you are broke right now, and it sucks. So you need to find a job. Cheerfulness. So for some of you, the thing you're just lacking, it's not one particular thing. A lot of people here are depressed. So you may need to take initiative to find a therapist or some antidepressants, talk with your doctor. This is a sad group. I think you're spending a lot of time in your room, so you'll definitely need to get out there some. Young woman. There may be a girl you like. Yeah, I said guy earlier, but for some of you, it's definitely a girl. Is she straight? Mixed bag, depends on who's reading. I think a lot of you are probably gay as fuck. Malady. You have not been feeling good at all. Some conflict with others that's making you isolate yourself. Spirit guides, what will help this group get out of this slump? I got love, lover, and child. That's interesting. Some of you may have postpartum depression right now. I think what child here means, you know, like how sometimes you draw all these cards like the Empress and it's a pregnancy, but it's almost never literally a pregnancy for someone. It's like something they started, some bun they're baking, some creative bun, some kind of project or something that they need to bring into the world. So getting a start on that will help. I also drew, and this happened to the last pile too, love and lover. And the first thought that popped into my head was get on Tinder. I'll be honest with you. Just get on Tinder. Some of you may deeply want a child though too. Some of you may have recently lost a child through a miscarriage. And some of you may be scared to start again. Yeah, that's, for a lot of people here, that's a message. Not for everyone, of course, this is a general reading, but yes, some of you have lost your child and you're afraid to try again. Hearing hostile womb. For some of you, adopting may be a good choice, actually. It may be your purpose on this earth to adopt a child and really love that child and give it all the things you didn't have, and that'll make you feel better. But, you can't control that child, of course. It's not an extension of yourself, so you also need to make yourself feel happy. You need to do something for yourself other than laying around, watching Netflix, and feeling depressed and bad. I'm thinking a little more slowly with this group than I did some of my last ones. And it's because of all this depressive energy. You need to heal that depression. Because until you take care of the depression, you gotta put yourself first. You gotta take care of yourself. And all this stuff that's been blocked for you, you know, it's a different drama for each person watching this, but man. Yeah, you need to get your mental health in check, because you'll never be happy until you do. And I'm sorry to have to give a message like that, but I feel called to give more messages from the Rebel deck for some reason. I don't think I have enough for this group. Spirit guides, what does this group need to hear? Love. Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. Make a Tinder. Rebel, because fuck it. I like that. I'm not sure exactly what this is about. Maybe it'll come to me in a minute. Unless it's about rebelling from quarantine a little. Which, I mean, as long as you are, you know, wearing your masks when you meet up, doing things safely, staying 6 feet apart, I don't see why you should have to put your whole life on hold. You just need to settle in a slightly different way. I mean, obey the laws, but don't do it to your detriment. Quarantine's been really rough on you. Okay, guys, what else do I need to hear? Take a fucking trip. Go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. Have you had your vaccine yet? Because I'm really getting this feeling like you actually need to go out and do things in the physical, in the 3D. So, sign up for a vaccination, a COVID vaccination, if you, are healthy enough to get vaccinated. And of course it'll be hard the first couple of days, but I really think the sooner the better is what I'm hearing. The sooner the better. I'm gonna get out my mermaid oracle for this. I did it for the last 2 boxes, but I didn't do it for the first 2 because I didn't feel like they really needed it. But I feel like you really, really need it. What are some blessings coming to this group if they do as I suggested? And water flight. Heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. Everything that's been weighing you down can be fixed. You just need to take the initiative, and it's hard. It's so hard. It really is. No one wants to sit there and make that phone call, figure out how to get their vaccination, go get psychiatric drugs if you need them. For some of you, I'm hearing vitamin B vitamins. Some of you really need your B and D vitamins. And that's part of why you're feeling so sluggish. Because you haven't been taking your vitamin B or your vitamin D, or maybe you have a hard time absorbing vitamin D. But yeah, you need vitamins B and D. Well, I've rambled quite a bit for this reading. Be sure to eat healthy food, take care of yourself, take care of your depression, and these burdens, they will be lifted away. That is all I have for you. Please rate, subscribe, have a wonderful day, and blessed be, motherfuckers.